time for another live action Disney film where they've taken an animated film and made it live action. This time, Tim Burton has given a go at Dumbo. Now, Dumbo is not one of my favorites. Matter of fact, I can't even remember large chunks of the movie, and I don't remember liking it enough to even go back and rewatch it before we went and saw this movie. So this is not gonna like change me forever or harm my childhood if this film does something definitely different. I may not even notice. So I went into it, not excited, like I said, and hoping for something interesting and unique, and hoping that Tim Burton could come back, because I have not liked a Tim Burton film in a really long time. Like Big Fish is like the last Tim Burton film I liked. So I went into this with hopes that were quickly crushed. I will say, I'll go through the good things first. Okay, it's visually stunning sometimes. There's particular scenes that are very magical. There's a couple times where I chuckled. It's got some heart occasionally that isn't like super cheesy and dumb. And it's got a stacked cast. Those are probably the good stuff. I'll get into the bad stuff now because there's not a whole lot to talk good about this film. I just didn't like it. I was really, really disappointed. At this time, though, I don't really think it's Tim Burton's fault. It just didn't have that weird Tim Burton-ness going on for most of it. I mean, there were certain things in there, but I don't know if it was his fault. It might have been. I don't know. But the dialogue is really, really bad. The story is just so lazy and just, I don't know. It's just everything we've seen a million times. There was just nothing new here to get excited about. And like I said, the cast is stacked, but everybody's just kind of wasted. They're either laughably bad or just overacting. Like Michael Keaton's not very good in this movie, and I really like Michael Keaton. Colin Farrell has this weird accent and keeps calling Dumbo Big D, which is weird, and he slaps him on the butt once. Who else is in this? Danny DeVito, I would say, is probably the best in this movie, because at least his character, like, you can understand why he is the way he is. But towards the end of the movie, he kind of just gets lost. Like, he just kind of like just disappears once Michael Keaton's character comes into the movie. There's these two kids in the film. They kind of train Dumbo. They're Colin Farrell's kids in the film. The boy, I don't know if he has more than 2 lines of dialogue. I don't really remember him hardly at all. And the girl is really bad. I mean, I'm talking like robotic almost. Which is crazy because she looks like the chick from Westworld who is a robot. And I swear she is just robotic. And they just beat you over the head right from the get-go. She wants to be a scientist. She doesn't want to be part of the circus. And so she's just constantly like, I want to be a scientist, Dad. I want to be a scientist. I don't want to do this circus stuff. And it just over and over and over again. You're like, okay, we get it. You want to be a scientist. What else? I did like Dumbo. I mean, he was really cute. And the flying scenes are really cool. Like I said, visually, there's some really cool scenes. There's a scene from the original animated film that involves some bubbles. It's probably the best scene in the movie. It's really cute, the music and the animation and Dumbo doing his thing. Like I said, there are some cute moments in this film, and some, like, you could tell what they were trying to do, like tug at the heartstrings, but they never really get deep enough for you to care. It's kind of a depressing movie at times. It's a kind of a dark, and I don't mean like dark tone-wise, I mean like dark visually sometimes. And then you'll get flash of lights that will blind you in the middle of the movie. I will just say I was bored for a lot of it, kept checking my watch, wanted it to be over. So for me, this just didn't do it for me. It's like the worst live action Disney movie so far for me. Like, I haven't seen the Alice in Wonderlands. I've seen all the other live action Disney animated to live action movies. This would rank way down low for me. I mean, I like Maleficent. Most people don't. And this Maleficent was so much better than this, because at least they took it in a different way and had an interesting story, whereas this one is just real boring. So for me, Dumbo's not going to get a good rating. I think I'm going to give it a 1.5 out of 5. It'll probably make my top 10 worst list this year, which has kind of been a thing here lately. Disney will like make 1 or 2 or 3 crappers to mix in with their good movies. So, I mean, you can't ever blame me for being a Disney shill, because sometimes they just don't do it for me. Sorry, I feel like I gotta give up on Tim Burton. But Dumbo was just meh for me. Maybe you'll have a different experience at the theater, but for me, it just wasn't very good. Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.